Good evening. The House Prosecution Panel counters Vice President Sara Duterte's answer ad Cotelam, saying that she made misleading and false material statements. The prosecution sent its 37-page formal observation to the impeachment court at around 1:38 p.m. on Friday, June 27. This document serves as the prosecution's official response to Duterte's answer ad Cotelam, which she filed on June 23. In a press conference, House Prosecution Panel spokesperson Antonio Bucoy describes Duterte's answer as not only full of falsehoods, but also full of misconceptions and general denial. He explains that under existing laws, a general denial equates to an admission of mistakes. With this, the prosecution wants Duterte's dismissal plea denied and to proceed with trial.
What's a general denial? Hindi ho niya sinagot yung mga factual allegations eh. Sinabi lang niya, hindi totoo yan. Ang problema sa general denial, na hindi mo sinagot in particular yung sakdal. Dapat kasi pag i-deny mo, sasabihin mo kung bakit. Ang sinabi ho namin, yung grounds that she cited for dismissal, walang batayan. So dapat, ma-deny.
In her pleading, the Vice President sought a dismissal of the impeachment complaint against her, calling it invalid from the outset. Duterte maintained that the complaint should be declared void because it supposedly violated the limitations set under the 1987 Constitution. She asserted that only one impeachment proceeding may be initiated against the same official within a period of 1 year. However, as early as February, members of the House prosecution team noted that the 1-year ban did not take effect before Duterte was impeached on February 5. According to San Juan Representative Isabel Maria Zamora, the first 3 raps did not leave the office of the House Secretary General. Zamora cited a Supreme Court ruling that the 1-year prohibition on filing new impeachment complaints will start only after the charges are forwarded to the House Committee on Justice. To celebrate Pride Month, QueenCon brought the ultimate gathering of iconic drag queens at SM Skydome. Find out more from this report.
With runway walks and energetic performances, beloved queens from Drag Race Philippines championed Pride Love and empowered the LGBTQIA+ community at QueenCon last June 20. Precious Paula Nicole says events like QueenCon show how members of the LGBTQIA+ community should not be treated differently, that they just want to share happiness, to inspire, and to love just like everyone else.
May progress naman. Malayo na siya, pero malayo pa. Mas maganda na mas magkaroon ng education about Soji kasi mas maraming hindi alam kung ano siya. Kaya mas marami yung kumokontra.
Magiging best ally ang ating family kapag talagang tinanggap na tayo.
Yes, kasi sila yung pinanguhugutan mo ng lakas.
Kung makita at mapanood kami ng bagong henerasyon, ng mga mag-aaral, ng mga babae, mga lalaki, isa yun sa mga pinaka nakaka-empower sa amin. To be seen is a great power.
With this spotlight on world-class Filipina drag eleganza, QueenCon indeed served as a joyful celebration and a safe space for the LGBTQIA+ community for Pride Month.
The palace says the Philippine government is not directly cooperating with the International Criminal Court in providing assistance to drug war witnesses. Witnesses are set to testify in the trial against former President Rodrigo Duterte, who is facing crimes against humanity charges before the ICC. At a briefing on Friday, June 27, Palace Press Officer Claire Castro was asked whether the Department of Justice move amounts to cooperation with the ICC. President Bongbong Marcos previously said the Philippines will not assist in any way, shape, or form in the matter. Castro explains that the government only intends to help the drug war victims to receive justice.
It can be said that it is indirectly cooperating with the ICC, but the primary intention of the government is to help the victims and the witnesses of the victims to get the justice they need. Yun din naman po ang gusto ng Pangulo, mabigyan ng hustisya ang dapat mabigyan ng hustisya.
Reading a statement from the Commission on Human Rights, she outed the agency will always make available its services to all victims of alleged human rights violations.
At yan din naman po ang sinasabi ng Commission on Human Rights at ating kausap. Ito po ang kanilang mensahe. The CHR, as constitutionally mandated, has always made its services readily available to the extent possible to all victims, regardless of circumstances and status, in its pursuit of justice and accountability for alleged violations of human rights.
Castro also notes that there have been no discussions so far about the Philippines rejoining the Rome Statute, which is the founding treaty of the ICC. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla earlier stressed that this cooperation does not signal an intent to rejoin the ICC. Remulla affirmed that it signifies a recognition of the ICC's authority in handling the contentious cases involving Duterte. Remulla said that the witness protection program currently has 3 or 4 witnesses to the war on drugs, with more expected to come forward. On March 17, 2018, Duterte withdrew the Philippines from the Rome Statute, with the withdrawal taking effect a year later. As per the treaty, the ICC retained jurisdiction over alleged crimes committed in the Philippines between November 1, 2011 and March 16, 2019. This was a period during which the country was still a member. Police say 3 individuals were arrested for allegedly stealing cables from CCTV cameras using the No Contact Apprehension Policy program. A report from the National Capital Region Police Office identifies the suspects as a 28-year-old resident of Makati City and 2 20-year-old residents of Mandaluyong. According to the NCRPO, the arrest took place at around 11 p.m. on Thursday, June 26. Police say a group of males were seen lurking at the footbridge of Guadalupe, where the suspects were caught in the act of cutting the installed electric wiring. It adds that the assorted cut of electrical wiring and several cutting tools were recovered from the suspects following the arrest. The NCRPO estimates the value of the stolen cables at 104,000 pesos, saying the suspects also took wires from cameras in the Estrella Bridge area. According to police, the arrested individuals will undergo inquest proceedings for theft before the Makati City Prosecutor's Office. The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority discovered that the cables were stolen from cameras mounted on an overpass in Guadalupe on Tuesday, June 24. CCTV footage from a nearby bus stop showed that the cables were taken on June 20. The Civil Aeronautics Board is imposing a 6 million peso fine against online travel agent platform AirAsia Move for allegedly selling overpriced tickets. In a statement on Friday, June 27, the Department of Transportation says the penalty sends a clear message that the government will not tolerate any form of abuse to Filipino passengers. The Civil Aeronautics Board sets a price ceilings for plane fares to protect passengers and ensure fair competition. Earlier this month, the OTR flagged AirAsia Move after receiving a complaint from Leyte Representative Richard Gomez and Ormoc Mayor Lucy Torres Gomez. The couple bought Philippine Airlines flights from Tacloban to Manila via the app. The 2 one-way tickets cost them about 77,000 pesos. Had they booked directly on the PAL website, the OTR said they would have been charged only 49,000 pesos in total. AirAsia Move CEO Nadia Omer attributed this to temporary data synchronization issues with flight pricing partners, which has since then been resolved. The company also said they do not manually set or manipulate airfares in light of the fare discrepancy issues. The DOTR and the AirAsia Group unit have since been working together to craft plane ticket pricing guidelines. And these are the stories you need to know today. I am Danica Landicho. Follow Inquirer.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit Inquirer.net. Good evening.